The first tip, desire. Desire, that's our first tip. Gentlemen, very, very interesting quote. He said, whatever you desire, you will soon require. And whatever you require, you will soon acquire. Lots of rhyming there. So whatever we desire, right, we will soon require it. And when we require it, eventually we're going to acquire it. That's tip number one. Figure out if your desires are in line with your goals. That's step number one, or tip number one. Figure out if your desires are in line with your goals, because sometimes our goals are not aligned with what we desire, or what we desire is not aligned with our goals. So if I want to get to New York City, that's my desire, is to get to New York City, but I have no plan at all. Zero plan. It's just, this is what I desire. It's not enough to have desire. All that we do has to be direction focused, right? We have to have as much direction as possible. And when we have that direction, it helps us get closer and closer to being the men, the women, and the children that we were meant to be. It just becomes easier. And that is easier for us to achieve. It's easier for us to get to when we've got something that is moving us there. And so for me, the desire is the most important part. So that desire may be what it is that I want to attain once I get to New York. So one of my big desires is to be an amazing father. One of my desires is to be an awesome dad, right? That's what I want. I want to be an awesome dad. Well, the desire is great. So that desire is going to drive every decision and choice, but also every goal in between that I will have. Because what I desire, I will soon require. And what I require, I will soon acquire. Very, very important. And so here's why all of this works, just so you're aware, right? Here's why all of this works. The word motivation actually comes from a very, very interesting Latin verb, and it's movere, right? M-O-V-E-R-E. And essentially what that means is, it means to move. That's what it means, right? It's all about movement. All our motivation is driven by our emotions. So a driven person has an emotional tie to whatever it is that they're trying to get. That's where desire comes in. There's an emotional tie that is pulling you most days, and then sometimes pushing you towards attaining what it is that you want to attain. So desire is the number one thing. Please make sure that your desires and your goals are aligned, because if they're not aligned, then you are losing out.